in Maya, you do Booleans as normal by selecting two objects, going up here to mesh, and choosing a type of Boolean. Now I union this now. I can move it like this. And because I have this object here, it's also live, and I can modify it while working with it like this, and see the result here. And right here on the menu where it says poly Boolean, I can choose and change the Boolean whenever I want to. So I can close this menu now and just go here and say difference A2B. So now I have this result, or difference B2A, and have this result. I can still move this and it's still live. If I turn on wireframe, you can see the result better. I can modify this object as well. So this is the result now. I can still change this and do any type of Boolean that I like. And whenever I'm satisfied with the result, I can just shift to duplicate this object and keep it. And after that, I can still change it because it just remained live. So click the cutter object and just keep modifying it however you want. Now, after you have something like this, normally you would clean it up, but gladly there is a retopologize feature in Maya, so it's auto retopo basically, which you can control by going here to poly retopo and even modify the face count on the fly, and it will recalculate the object and remake it for you. Sadly, you have to add the new material. Of course, this is not always the best, so don't count on it as an amazing tool, because it's not, and it will never be, as any auto retopo software goes. It tries to do its best though. And max to Boolean, let's say we have these four objects. The classic way was here in compound objects, you needed to go and select pro Boolean, select your operation beforehand, and let's say it's relevant to subtract now, so subtraction it is. Then start picking, and you would click your objects, and you would have a Boolean. Now, that made all my objects go away, so if I wanted to save them beforehand or use them again, I would need to copy it, or before pressing this button here, just choose something else like copy or instance, not move. And now if I start picking, I choose the torus, I choose the sphere, I choose the cone, and I have my object which is cut, but they remain here, so I can still use it. Though my box, my original box, which I've boolean, is still here and very much cut up into pieces. Now, let me just undo all this real quick and show you the more classic and, let's say, newer method that Max has. It doesn't matter that it's a pro boolean now, it doesn't mean anything to it. So if I press pro boolean, I can add operands from here. So let me just add these, and now they're unions because union is their operand, but I can change them to subtract, for example, or intersect, and so on, before applying everything. So this would be it, and it just hides my objects by default. It doesn't delete them, and I don't have to press anything else to keep them alive, let's say. that's it about booleaning in Max. After you're done, you can convert it to editable poly and it's over. Also, you can unhide your objects if you need to. To boolean in Blender, just select the object and add a boolean modifier. But of course you need a cutter object, so I'll just copy this right here and select it from this boolean modifier. Now this is the cutter object. This is always a live preview, so I'll want to hide, or actually make this object visible as a wireframe. So I'll go here to object properties, to viewport display, and display as wire or bounds or anything I want, but a wire is nice. I just select the wrong object, so I'll display this one as wire, and now I can move it around and see live what the result is gonna be. And if I go here and apply it, now I have my boolean object. There are different types of solvers here, so if you encounter any errors, just try to use different ones here and see the results. There are also some extra features under here, but this is really just for debugging purposes at this point. But it's really handy that it's super live, so now I can just move this around and see the exact result of my boolean and what's it gonna give me. And once I apply it, the cutter object is always kept, so I misclicked and selected the wrong object, so like this. Once I applied it, the cutter object is always kept and the original one is booleaned.